Okay, hello. In this video, I would like to talk about how to deduce meaning from unfamiliar words or unknown words in any reading material or study material per se. So, as we can see, we have quite a number of clues that we can use to deduce meaning, as opposed to rely on a dictionary only. For example, you can have an instant where you do not have a dictionary by your side, or in an exam where dictionaries are not allowed. Okay, so what we have are four clues that we can use. A clue is actually anything that can help you navigate or work out certain things that may be unknown in any reading material. So, for example, what we have are quite a number of clues that can be there. They are found in phrases, sentences, paragraphs, and so on and so forth, as long as they are part of a piece of writing. So we have four clues that we're going to look at in this particular video. The first one is definitions. Usually, certain words are given and then definitions are provided later on to help the reader or the listener to understand exactly what those words could mean. For example, we have the word discrimination. Oh, okay. So we have the word discrimination. So suppose one does not know the meaning of the word discrimination. Okay, you will discover that the word discrimination is followed by its definition. Discrimination, the act of showing bias to one group, can have damaging effects. So, for example, what we have is discrimination itself and what it can do. It can have damaging effects. But before what it can do, we have this clause, which is the act of showing bias to one group, which is its definition. So that's how we get to understand the meaning of the word discrimination. Suppose one does not know its meaning. So this implies that the clause after discrimination, the word discrimination, is actually a clue in form of a definition, which has given us, or rather signaled to us, to say discrimination means the act of showing bias to one group, okay, over the other. The next one is examples. Examples are also clues that are given in any reading or study material. Okay, so we have one already there. Vulnerable people such as young children, the elderly, or handicapped individuals might have protection under certain laws. So what we have here is examples such as young people, elderly, as well as handicapped, those who are disabled or who cannot do certain things. Okay, disabilities, so to say. So we tend to discover that these people that are given as examples, they have one thing in common, which is not being able to stand on their own, okay, in times of danger or against any vulnerability, anything that can affect them. So, by these examples that we are given, we can deduce to say, oh, vulnerable means the people that may not stand on their own, or people who are defenseless. The word vulnerable. Okay, we quickly go to the other one. Antonyms or contrasts is another clue that we may use when trying to work out unknown words. Antonyms usually are words that mean the opposite. Okay, for example, up, down, go, come. Those are antonyms. Now, there are situations when we are reading, we come across antonyms, or rather contrast statements, that can help us understand certain words that we are unfamiliar with. For example, again, we still have discrimination here, okay, as opposed to the first one, which had a definition. This one has a contrast statement. Look, discrimination as opposed to fairness for all people can have damaging effects on a targeted group. Okay, so we have discrimination being mentioned as opposed to fairness for all people, meaning the moment we read as opposed to fairness for all people, we tend to discover that discrimination is actually unfair treatment. Okay, treating others or a particular group special over the other. Okay, meaning what we are given here, which is a contrast, is a clue to help us understand the word discrimination in this particular case. So antonyms or contrasts do help us understand unknown words. Okay, so we go to the last one. The last one is called experience. Experience is another context clue that we can use to deduce or rather work out unknown words. What do we mean? Experience comes from our daily interaction with the world, how we know the world, and how people act in different situations. Now, that same knowledge is what we use to derive unknown words in particular situations when we come across certain grammatical structures when we are reading or studying any material. For example, we have he was the one who purloined the money. That's why he was arrested by the police for theft. Okay, usually money is associated with maybe getting, or rather, if we are to come up with educated guess, we could say, did the person get the money? Did the person withdraw the money? Did the person give money to the other person, or what? All those are guesses. But in fact, in addition to that, we could also have something like, did the person steal the money? Okay, so we have stealing, getting, withdrawing, and so on and so forth. All these guesses that we have come up with, we tend to, try to judge or rather analyze based on the context in which the word purloined, which we are looking for, has been used. So we know to say, if one happens to withdraw the money, can they be arrested? Of course not, according to the world experience, because we would say they were under some sort of instruction, so to say. If one gets the money, it could be also that they were under some sort of instruction. But if one steals money, definitely it is going to be a crime. So when we look at getting, withdrawing, and then stealing, we end up, or rather we arrive at stealing being associated with purloined. Then our sentence is going to read, he was the one who stole the money. That's why he was arrested by the police for theft. Another clue is this one, which is theft in this particular case, meaning the word purloined means stealing money. Alright, this is what I had for you in this particular video. Please look out for the other video again when we discuss other contextual clues other than these that we have identified: definitions, examples, antonyms, and experience. Please, thank you. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do appreciate.